This is a long time promise update. KrankeyRVers, old Cranky and
Oh, Cranky too.
no, not Cranky. She's not old Cranky Island. Well, we've been gone for the second time for 60 nights, and I'll give you an update and let you know where we're at. Right now, we're in between Stanley and Ketchum, Idaho, at a right beside the Salmon River.
Right.
And we
was it-
spent, we just came, well, we've been in Idaho for several days.
Right.
So, we started off in June. We left Virginia, went to Tennessee at the Corps of Engineer Park, stayed 2 nights, and got up and started heading toward Nick's Catfish and Barbecue in Arkansas, Carlisle, Arkansas. Had us some grub there, and then spent the night in
Walmart? Wally Dock?
yeah, in Walmart in Arkansas. That's our
Not in the store, in the parking lot.
And we always ask permission before we go, but we like our Walmart, especially for a 1 night stay.
Right. We always patronize them. They're always going to get some money from us.
Yeah. So we left there and went to Paris, right?
Yes. To visit family.
And went and spent 3 nights at was it 3 nights?
I think it was 3 nights.
3 nights at Pat Mays East, which Pat Mays is a Corps of Engineer lake, and had a good time seeing.
Hotter than a flitter.
Oh yes, very very hot. I mean, the whole trip until we got to Amarillo was just in the hundreds, and I think 108 was the highest that we saw on our trip. But had a good time with our family in Paris. Got to see John's side of the family, my side of the family.
And we went to the cemeteries.
Yeah, got to go visit our parents, both our parents, the graveyard, and from there we went to Lake Texoma. For 1,000 Trails in Lake Texoma.
2 weeks.
Spent 2 weeks there. Again.
Hotter than fish grease.
Yes, it was. I could hear it bubbling every time I went outside, and so we had a good time there. And Lonnie, Jonna's brother, came over for a day, spent a day with us. We went out to eat, and he and I went kayaking on the lake, and I went kayaking a few times on the lake. From there, we headed to Amarillo, right?
No, we went to
Oh no,
Log.
we went to Log. I'm sorry, and stayed at an RV park.
You saw your cousin?
And got to see George Smith, my cousin, which I hadn't seen since I was a kid.
And
I got to see my sister Kathy and her husband Roy.
And one of her boys.
And one of her boys,
Well, or
Roy
both
Lee.
of them. Did you get to see both? One at the hospital, one at the house?
Yeah, I did. I got to see Michael. So we got to see both of them. Had a good time. Hadn't seen my sister in a lot of years, so they enjoyed that. From there, and then we went out to the wildlife refuge. Went up on Mount Scott and seen some buffalo and just reminisced about some good times out there. And from there, we went to Amarillo, which was really refreshing. We didn't think about Amarillo as being cool, but when we got to Amarillo, it was 89 degrees. 89 degrees, that was like being in a refrigerator.
Yeah.
So
low humidity.
Yeah. So we stayed there, really didn't do anything, went swimming at the RV park there. Then left there and went to Clayton, New Mexico, and spent, how many nights did we spend in Clayton?
3?
3 nights in Clayton. And,
At an RV park.
Yeah, RV park, and then we went to the...
We went jeeping.
Yep, went jeeping, went to Clayton Lake, right?
Right, that's where we
That's where when the kids were little, when we'd go to Colorado, we'd always stop at Clayton Lake and go to the park. I walked, did a half-mile hike and saw the dinosaur tracks, which, I mean...
I didn't. I had to work, so I sat in the Jeep and worked.
Yeah, and so I walked. So it was good. I had a good time there. And then, what else did we do? We just hung out for a while.
So
wash some clothes. Yeah, I washed clothes. Right?
Yeah, he's a laundry guy. Just to preface this, I'm still working. He's retired, and so we are Uh, when I get off work, whatever time zone I am, I work on the Eastern time zone. So like Monday through Friday, and where we are now, I get off at 3 o'clock. I have to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning in order to be at work at 6. You say, well, that's crazy. No, it's not.
Yeah, so she gets off at 3. When we get to Oregon on Pacific, she will actually have to go to work at 5 in the morning and get off at 2.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's all good. And it helps support my retirement moment. But it's been so great since we first went out in January when we retired. We went to South Texas and Arizona, and we were pulling the Honda. And when we went back in April for 2 months till it warmed up, we bought us a Jeep.
Yes.
And it's been the most wonderful thing that we've ever
best
done.
decision we've made. One of the best decisions we've
Yeah.
ever made in our life.
Yeah, it was really good. So from Clayton, we went to Trinidad, Colorado, and spent the night at a Walmart.
Right.
And a tremendous, and seeing in Lake Texoma, in Amarillo, in Trinidad, came some of the, terrible thunderstorms with hail. And when we were in Trinidad, it kind of scared the dog out because we got a big warning on our phone saying there was baseball-sized hail. But we watched it on the radar, and it just barely skirted where we were.
That was the Lord.
Yeah, with the Lord taking care of us there. From Trinidad, we went to Gunnison, right? Yeah, it was from Gunnison, in Gunnison, Colorado. We spent 2 weeks there.
That's when we made the decision. We had to buy.
Yeah, that's when we decided we had to get Starlink.
Yeah.
We've been using John has Verizon, I have AT&T. So usually traveling, we have pretty good service. We have a hotspot. But in Gunnison, where we stayed, there was like 0 cell phone. So John, the first 3 days, we had to go to town to a coffee shop. John had to work all day.
Nice
there.
coffee shop, though.
Yeah, no, it was good. Lord worked it out. But we ordered the Starlink, got it in probably less than 7 days. And it has just been,
What a blessing.
where we're here now, where we've stayed the last 4 nights, we just couldn't have done it because John has to work. But it was good. We left Gunnison and went to Moab, Utah.
Yes, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
You got to get, if you love beauty, you got to go to Moab. We spent 3 nights in a regular RV park.
Right.
With connections and everything, and we went on so many Jeep trails. It's just amazing. Arches National Park was good. It's kind of a touristy, you drive around and see. But we went to the Canyonlands.
Canyonlands.
We went to Schaefer's Run, which is
wow.
goes off into the canyon. You have to have, you pretty much got to have a Jeep to do it.
4-wheel drive.
But it was just the most magnificent thing we've ever seen. And from the park in Moab, we went 20 miles out of Moab and stayed on some Bureau of Land Management.
Near what river was that?
Near the Colorado River.
Right.
And we were the only ones out there. We had no services, so we were boondocking. But we had the Starlink, it had the generator, and it worked out great. It was beautiful. We enjoyed it there. From Moab, we went to Pocatello, Idaho. Right? And spent 3-4 nights.
Yeah, well, one night.
No, I guess we spent 5 nights altogether.
Yeah, 5.
First, we got there one night late, spent the night at an RV park. It was okay. We drove around and found a county park.
At a fairground.
At a fairground. It was just absolutely wonderful. And we spent 4 nights there
And we ate at a neat restaurant.
Yeah, what was the name of that? Not Ernie's.
I think it was Ernie's.
But it was really good.
It was really good. I had German pancake, bigger than my head. Yeah. I'd never had one before. It's beautiful. And
I had bacon potato
pancakes, and they were good. He didn't get onion in it. If he got onion in it, it'd been even better. Yeah. But he's got this thing about an onion.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we wasn't a lot to see there, but we just enjoyed our time. And then from Pocatello, we went to Twin Falls, And we went to, well, I guess when we went to Pocatello, we drove up to Shoshone Falls, which is absolutely, you ever get to go to Shoshone Falls in Idaho, it's just wonderful. Went to Twin Falls and spent one night, and there's a story there. We
got kicked out
for 3 nights. That day, the morning, we spent the night. The morning, got up. Donna took me and dropped me off, and I got the kayak, the Snake River. Went to a waterfall. It was really beautiful. And then we got back that afternoon, probably about 1. Right? A lady pulled up and says, "Where are you staying at?" And I said, "Right there." "Well, you got a reservation?" I said, "No." But when we went over there that Saturday before,
yeah, we went and scoped
it out, and we asked the lady, "So how do you stay here?" "Oh, well, we got a reservation system, but if you come here and if there's no orange cone on the site, it's okay to stay." Well, I come to find out, Monday and Tuesday's her day off, so they didn't check the envelopes and hadn't checked the envelopes. So they allowed somebody to reserve that spot. So I told them if I'm leaving, I just give my money. She gave me my money back, so we got a free night stay, and which was a blessing of God.
We were not happy, but God knows what He was doing.
So we came out of Ketchum, and all of a sudden, right beside the main road, beside the Big Wood River, was National Forest land with RV park. You know, sites where you can put your RV. It's not a park. And we spent boomed up for 4 nights there.
Right.
Got up this morning, came this way, went to, not 7 miles from here is a dump station, dumped our tanks, filled our water back up, came 7 miles down the road, and here is we found another wonderful spot. This is by the Salmon River, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful place. Plan on staying here at least 4, maybe 5 nights, depends how long the tanks last. And then we got reservations the 5th of September on the Pacific coast, right by the ocean, in Oregon, Florence, Oregon, for 2 weeks. Then we'll just have to make a decision. We're probably going to be back before Christmas, back to Virginia, but we're just going to play it by ear as we go along.
Right.
I want to give you all an update. We've seen some beautiful God's creation. The Lord has so blessed us, letting us stay in some wonderful places and see some wonderful things. And
met some nice people.
Oh yeah, we've met some really nice people.
Crazy drivers. There's crazy drivers everywhere we go.
Yeah, it's not dependent upon the state.
They're everywhere.
So,
and,
God's kept us safe. So we're doing good.
We miss our kids, miss our grandkids, but we know that they're fine.
Yeah.
When we went home the first time back in April, we were missing them. They were missing us and whining about not seeing us. And we came home, saw them, and we decided when we go next time, we're going to have to go because, only Lord knows what.
Yeah, so we were gone. We left I retired the 21st. We left the 22nd.
Of January.
Yeah. And we were gone till the middle of April. And we came back and spent almost 2 months. We're back on the road for over 2 months now. So God bless you. Pray for us. And,
yes. Maybe next time it won't be so tough. If you know anything about the moving business, which that's the company I work for out of Richmond, moving, it's spring, summer, and late summer is really busy. And there's been some change in management and also been really busy. I know you hadn't seen much of me, but you've seen the better side, so I know you've been doing fine.
Yeah, because if you see in a lot of the videos I post, you see a lot about me. It's not about me, it's about her doing her thing so I can do the things that I do.
Aren't you sweet?
Yeah, well, I love you and I thank you.
Oh,
well, God bless y'all. Bye.
Bye.